What's up, everybody? It's your Friday guy, Kaiden, and we're back. So, June is Pride Month, and I figured why not do a little Pride series for Pride Month with the brothers. So, we're going to start this off with a very just blanket topic. What does pride mean to you? And this can be something happy, it could be something sad. It really depends on who you are and what your experience is in this world and where you come from and the environment that you live in and so on and so forth. So, pride for me is something very deep to my core. Pride has more meaning than just the celebration and the good time, the parades, and the everything. There was the year before I came out as trans, I was at Pride, and there was a woman with a sign that said, "I heart my trans son," and her son was about 9 at the time, and the second I read that sign, I burst into tears immediately, and it really is the reason why I felt comfortable to come out and be who I was supposed to be. After I had come out as trans, the very first place that I ever was presenting as a male, where people were calling me he, where I was going by Kaiden, was at LA Pride, and that was my very first run of being me, and it was incredible. I wasn't passing, I wasn't on hormones, but I was able to be myself and not feel trapped. I was this scared, pre-everything, scrawny little kid who didn't know what the future held for his transition and didn't know where he would be or if he would make it. And I went to LA Pride and I got to see the love and the community, and I got to exist in the world without fear of being hurt, without fear of being labeled a freak. And I just got to exist in a world where I was me and I was comfortable and I didn't have to fight for my identity. People asked me what my name was, and I told them Kaiden, and there was no second question. There was no hesitation. There was nothing. I was who I said I was, and it was that simple, and it was the most welcoming and the best time of my life. And if it wasn't for that pride and the fact that feeling so right about myself after that experience and being called he the entire week I was there, and going by my chosen name, and I don't know if I would have had the strength and confidence I did going into coming back from that and having to deal with the people here and explain my transition to everybody here and things like that. And so, sure, the pride parades are nice and they are fun and they're good, but they also mean a lot to so many people. And pride for me isn't just all about these parades or anything. I'm a proud trans man. I am very, very proud of my trans identity. There are plenty of people who, once they start passing, or if they want to live stealth or whatever, who drop the trans label or never use the trans label to describe themselves, and that is perfectly fine. But in my world, the trans will always be a part of my world, because without that piece, I'm not who I am today. And sure, I'm not just a trans man. There are other parts to me, but that's a huge part of my life and something that I take a lot of pride in and is very serious to me, and is something that if you can accept that part of me, there's no reason for you to get to know the other things that I am. Because people know right off the bat, because I tell people. And so if you can't get down with that, you don't get to see the things that I am besides trans. And that's fine with me, because I want to make this world better for people that come after me, and I want to make knowing trans people and being trans not such a stigma or such an odd entity or like we're weird or freaks. I want people to know that I'm trans, and I want people to know me, and I want people to know me as a trans man, and I want people to know me as Kaiden, and I want people to know me as an athlete, and I want people to know me as a brother, as a son, as a cousin, as a nephew, as a grandson. I want people to know me, but I want people to know me being me means that my transness is included in that, because without that label, I am not me. Everything that I've gone through in my life, whether it's transition-wise or not, has made me into who I am today. And my trans identity is a huge part of that, because my whole life has been trying to figure that identity out, and I finally am here. And there will never be a day where I take back and I go into the closet and think I should stop telling people, because I feel like I would be depriving myself and the world of something spectacular. I'm not ashamed of my past. My past made me who I am. I am proud of all the things I accomplished as when I was identifying as a woman. I'm proud of my softball career. I'm proud of everything that I did. I'm proud of the athletics that I took part in. I'm proud of the way that I was, the person that I was. I'm proud of being able to live in this world as a black woman, a mixed black woman. I'm proud to have transitioned into a black man. I'm proud to take all of the things I learned presenting in this world as a female, to use that as a male to fight for women's rights and to be a voice in society where women aren't being listened to, because just because now I'm a man, people will listen to my voice. And some things I feel like if I didn't go through what I went through and I wasn't born the way I was born, I would not be in a position where I was fighting this fight like this, where women and women's rights are the forefront of my agenda, and that's not a world I want to live in, and that's not the person I want to be. And so my trans identity is huge to me, and it'll never be something I'm gonna hide, and it's never gonna be something that comes second to anybody or anyone's opinion, because it's not about anybody else but me. And I can't ever see myself not being open and out. Sure, there are times when I'm not completely fully disclosed to everybody around me simply for safety, and that will happen. But for the most part, everybody I meet knows my story, and I'm going to continue to do that, because there are people that cannot be visible and cannot be out and cannot be proud and don't have the means or the support or whatever it is. And it's something I'm so very proud of, and there have been times when it has been so hard and so tough, and I think, why me? Why couldn't I just be born correctly? But if you were to ask me if I would change being born as a female or being born as a male, I wouldn't change it. I would do it all over again 100 times, because without all of the things that I went through to get to be Kaiden, to get to be me here right now, it wouldn't be me, and it wouldn't be doing this amazing, fantastic journey any justice. And I've just recently come to terms with the fact that my journey isn't perfect, and I'm not perfect, and I'm not okay all the time, and I'm not the best role model, and I'm not always doing the greatest, and I have mental health issues and things like that. But I am very proud of how far I've come and how far I've fought and how much I've fought to be able to be here right now. And I honestly cannot wait to see what the future holds, because I have a lot of things that I want to do, and a lot of ways that I want to help change this world, and a lot of that has to do with my trans identity. And without that, I don't think I would have those ideas or this drive or want or need to succeed in that way. And so stay tuned, because big things are really coming, and I'm really excited for what I want to do, and the things that I'm going to succeed at, and the things I'm going to accomplish, and the things that are going to help out the trans youth and the LGBTQ plus community. And I'm really excited, and it's going to be a long road, and it's going to be a lot of hard work, and it's going to be a wild ride, but it's going to be another thing that we're all going to be able to bask in and take pride in. And I hope whatever situation you're in, I hope you really, during this month, take just a second to sit down with yourself and really understand what pride means to you, and really take in why you're fighting this fight, and how we got here, and how far you've come. Even if you aren't where you think that you should be, or you aren't where you want to be, or something's going wrong, or you're struggling, or you're in a great place and things are going every way that you thought they would, take a second to look back and realize we fucking did it. We did it. We're here. We're here. We're alive. And we're us. You're beautiful. I love you all. Stay queer. Happy Pride.